Good evening, and welcome to today's newscast. Tonight, we'll be covering a story that could have a significant impact on the upcoming election, as recent comments at a Trump rally have sparked strong reactions from an important demographic of voters in Pennsylvania. We're talking about Puerto Rican and Latino voters, a group that could sway this swing state in one of the closest races of this election cycle. To set the tone, let's go back to a recent Trump rally held in New York City. The event was meant to show support for the base just days before the election, but instead took an unexpected turn when comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, invited by the Trump campaign to liven up the crowd, made a controversial comment that has now gone viral and sparked widespread backlash. During his performance, Hinchcliffe joked about the existence of a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean and referred to Puerto Rico as that island. The comment immediately drew criticism, especially considering Puerto Rico's status as a U.S. territory and home to millions of American citizens. It's no surprise, then, that both the Republican Party and the Trump campaign were quick to distance themselves from Hinchcliffe's comments, acknowledging the potential damage to their reputation and support within the Latino community. Now, you might be wondering why a joke like this is such a big deal in Pennsylvania. Let's break it down. Pennsylvania is one of the most hotly contested states, and both parties know it. In 2020, President Joe Biden won Pennsylvania by a margin of just 81,000 votes, while in 2016, Donald Trump won the state by 44,000 votes. In other words, Pennsylvania is very much up for grabs, and it often comes down to small voter shifts in critical areas. This is where the Latino vote becomes crucial. Pennsylvania is home to approximately 600,000 Latino voters, of which Puerto Ricans make up about half. In fact, Pennsylvania has the third largest Puerto Rican population in the country, right behind New York and Florida. Many of these voters live in key counties that have shown significant demographic shifts over the past decade, with Hispanic and Puerto Rican populations steadily increasing. Given the close margins in recent elections, comments like Hinchcliffe's have the potential to shift opinions and perhaps even votes. The Latino community in Pennsylvania, especially Puerto Rican voters, has proven itself to be a powerful and engaged bloc. Many live in counties like Lehigh, Berks, and Luzerne, where their votes can make a significant difference. Lehigh County in particular, with its nearly 50% Hispanic population, has proven to be one of the most important swing counties in the U.S. Biden won there in 2020, gaining more than 17,000 votes over Hillary Clinton's performance in 2016. But with this latest incident, Republicans are now worried that Latino voters, who have historically leaned Democratic but have been warming to Trump in recent years, may reconsider their stance. On the Democratic side, Vice President Kamala Harris has been making inroads in Pennsylvania, targeting Puerto Rican communities and underscoring her party's commitment to Latino voters. As Harris continues to focus on issues critical to these communities, Democrats are looking to consolidate their support among Latino voters and boost voter turnout. Former First Lady Michelle Obama also spoke out recently on the campaign trail, specifically addressing male voters and urging them to consider the broader social implications of this election. Her message resonated widely, especially in states like Michigan, where similar sentiments may reach working-class voters who have traditionally supported Trump. This incident highlights a recurring challenge for the Trump campaign, which has faced criticism in the past for comments that some have perceived as divisive toward Latino communities. Despite these challenges, Trump has made significant gains among Latino voters across the country since 2016. This support is largely due to his economic policies and his strong stance on certain social issues. However, this recent controversy is circulating widely among Latino communities, which could overshadow Trump's efforts to reach Latino voters. So what does all this mean as we approach the final days of the campaign? Clearly, both campaigns are working.